Napoleon Solo comes from, well, his father was an Irish janitor in America, and he went over to the UK and sort of snuck his way into European high society and sort of fell in love with it and lived in that world for a while. And then he got into the black market and he was dealing antiques in the black market, and he became very, very good at it. And so good, in fact, that no one could catch him. And he sort of took pride in the fact that he was this master of evasion. And the CIA desperately tried to catch him and eventually was given up by a jealous mistress. And the CIA, not the CIA, the police, or Interpol, so whatever, International Police Force. And the CIA then jumped in and said, instead of going to jail, how about you work for us? Because you're clearly good at what you do. And it wasn't much of a question, it was more of an ultimatum. And so he was forced to do this, and this is how he ends up working for the CIA, very reluctantly. But for him, it's certainly better than being in jail, because it means he can still skim money off the top and wear nice suits and wear nice shoes and ties and stuff. Introduction to Napoleon in this movie is him crossing the wall in Berlin. And as he crosses the wall, he's on a mission to go collect this one girl who's the niece of, the daughter of this fantastically sort of talented rocket scientist, a nuclear scientist. And in this mission to retrieve her, he is intercepted by Illya. And Illya is the Russian spy. He's working for the KGB. And he is quite happy to kill me, but he wants to keep Gabby alive. And that's our first initial meeting, which is followed shortly by us being introduced by our separate bosses. And he proceeds to kick the living daylights out of me. We end up meeting these two wonderful characters in Alexander Vichaguerra and Victoria Vichaguerra, played by Luca Calvani and Elizabeth Debicki. And they do a wonderful job in playing these characters. They're just so wonderfully smug with themselves and happy about the way they're going about stuff, and this sort of sense, this aura of invulnerability about them, and yet so obviously and wonderfully flawed at the same time to the outside viewer. He makes fantastic movies, and he's very unique in his movie making. And the story is very cool, as you say. Sort of, it's got that Cold War genre, which is always interesting to watch. It's a Guy Ritchie movie. What other reason do you need? We did some swimming stuff, did some driving stuff. Good old Armie's very handy on a motorbike, and was launching himself out a window yesterday. We're both physical people, so we enjoy to do it. But the stunt boys did a lot.
Hey, Lisa here with a Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice fact. Now, to pass time between takes, Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck would see who could lift the heaviest weights above their head. A small rivalry broke out between the two actors, resulting in an argument on set. Zack Snyder liked this as it added extra tensions to the scenes they filmed together. Now, that's all I've got for you today. Subscribe to keep up to date.